Welcome to Morning Blend Extra Shot. I'm Brittany Begley. This morning we continue to follow fires burning in both northern and southern California.
Yeah, down south, Brittany, the Getty fire is forcing people from their homes. This fire gets its name because it's burning near the Getty Center Museum, not far from the 405 freeway. In an update this morning, the Los Angeles Fire Department said this blaze has grown to 658 acres. Containment, 5%. We brought you this as breaking news during Morning Blend yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Sad to say, at least 8 homes have been destroyed. Another 6 have been damaged. This morning, firefighters are taking advantage of somewhat better weather, but they're expecting the winds to be picking up any minute now.
And the massive Kincade fire burning in Sonoma County continues to grow. This morning, it's reached more than 75,000 acres, and it's just 15% contained. So as we dig a little bit deeper into that headline, here's what that means. 124 structures have been destroyed. 57 of them are homes, and more than 90,000 structures remain threatened. Repopulation did begin for some areas last night, but firefighters urged those residents to be prepared to evacuate if needed again. Now, all morning long, we've been updating you, actually all week, right? Just a few hours ago, CAL FIRE shared the latest information with our very own Carlos Herreras.
Well, the fire here continues to grow, burn, and even continue destroying and damaging homes. This is one of them in Windsor, right on Chalk Hill, an area that saw a lot of homes destroyed. It's now burned to the ground. All that's left is ashes and debris. And this morning, crews have been focusing on protecting homes, especially here in Windsor and in Shiloh Ridge. Crews were able to get a better handle yesterday since the wind wasn't as big of a problem. But CAL FIRE says another round of strong wind gusts hitting the area right now through later this afternoon is a big concern because it gives the fire a chance to grow. The goal for crews today is to secure the fire from the west and south and keep it as far away as they can from homes.
The fuels are critically dry. They are receptive to new fire as well as fire spread. So as we see the challenges with the weather, we have influences of heavy fire spread issues being at a rate of erratic and dangerous. And so we need to make sure that we're aware of any new starts or any fire behavior that we see out there today from this fire is going to be dangerous and erratic.
Some evacuation orders have been downgraded for parts of western Sonoma County, but in other areas, they've been expanded. Sonoma County officials want to remind people to heed those evacuation orders and to check in at any of the evacuation centers to stay out of the cold weather expected throughout the day.
Take care of each other. Can't stress this enough. Check on your neighbors. Offer support to those who need it. We'll recover from this event, and we'll do it the best if we could do it together. And as always, I want to reiterate my thanks to all the first responders and our colleagues from across the state who have come here to help us with this event, and also thank our state and federal partnerships. It's been nothing short of spectacular. Thank you.
Even though CAL FIRE is expecting those strong winds in the area, they hope that they don't spark multiple spot fires and to make significant progress with the fire today. We'll send it back over to you.
Been working around the clock for updates. Thank you. As always, you can find the latest on evacuation and fire size at abc10.com. And I know at 11:03, we got to get a look at the weather. We have the red flag warnings. We have windy conditions. I know you're coming in early tomorrow to make sure we're all prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been looking at some of these winds already beginning to pick up this morning. Now, the temperatures, as you're heading out there, you may notice it feels a lot colder stepping outside. This is due to high pressure as well. We're already feeling temperatures now, though, in the mid to upper 50s. But let's take a look at these winds. The winds are already starting to pick up. You can see 20-mile-per-hour winds in Fairfield, 13 Marysville, starting to get anywhere from 10 to 15-mile-per-hour winds in areas of Sacramento, especially West Sac. And we'll also look at areas just near Placerville, only at 3-mile-per-hour winds. So you can notice it's just starting to ramp up. We can expect the winds to start picking up throughout the day, and really the peak of these winds later on tonight and the overnight hours. Now, temperatures aren't going to get too hot today. We're only looking at really upper 60s out there, but we will start to see these winds picking up. You're looking at around 20-mile-per-hour winds into the afternoon hours. It isn't until around 8 p.m. we'll start to see the winds anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour, and could see these wind gusts even as high as about 25 to 35 miles per hour. And that's what we're looking at for valley wind gusts and winds today. Eastern foothills looking anywhere from 24 to 45 mile per hour winds. The coastal range 20 to 25 miles per hour. So you can notice here we are seeing a shift in these winds as opposed to Sunday. Sunday we saw these winds really picking up in areas of the coastal range. Now we're seeing it shift over toward the Sierra a little bit more than we saw on Sunday. So this is something to keep in mind when we're talking wind and power outages. Now humidity is expected to drop as well. We could get anywhere from 8 to 15%, but currently we are looking at about 34, 32% for the valley right now. But take a look at Fairfield. They're at 17%. Areas like Fairfield, Vallejo, which caught those fires very quickly and spontaneously on Sunday, just happened instantly and spread very fast. Santa Rosa 38%, 24% in Jackson. Now we want to talk about what we can expect weather-wise because we're still talking temperature. How's it going to feel when you're heading out the door? Low 70s, and we're looking at a lot of wind picking up, so it may actually feel a lot cooler than it actually is. So yeah, we're looking at red flag warnings continuing at least throughout Wednesday.
And I know we've been working together since Sunday.
Yeah.
We had this awful video. You could see the fire.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary, especially if it's right at your home, right?
Right, especially when it starts up right away and you really don't have a plan. You were not expecting to see this fire starting up where you live.
Yep.
You weren't even part of the power outages. So here it is coming up, red flag warning.
Yeah, that's why we're asking you to vote right now,
Right.
abc10.com, and let us know, are you thinking about leaving California because of it? So here's
Right.
what some of our viewers are saying. That's
Yes.
what makes us different,
Exactly,
right?
and 67% of people said no, they're not expecting to leave California, while 33% say, hey, I'm actually considering it
I
because
know,
of all this.
that is true. Our Facebook comments will tell you that too. You can see it down below. Henry kept it simple. He says, nope, I love California. I'm not leaving. But, you know, our very own Rob Carlmark, he broke it down for you too. He's lived in a plenty of different places. So as we scroll up just a little bit, he's lived in Northern California. You can see he wants to help people stay interested in leaving. Actually, this is Dre. He says, I lived my entire life in Northern California until my husband's job brought us to Orlando, Florida. If you're considering a move here, reach out to me. I'd be glad to help. And you know what? I love hearing things like that.
Yeah, people trying to help others. All right, and Chris also said no. I think that only people who are negatively affected by the shutoffs would consider this. Anyone in SMUD's coverage area are free and clear. But it's important to remember and know that during high wind events, SMUD also considers shutoffs. So it's not as simple as PG&E versus SMUD necessarily.
Yeah, so join the conversation right now with the hashtag Morning Blend. We will update you throughout the day. But as you know, Walt, it was a hot topic.
Oh, indeed. And SMUD wasn't immune to that. They had 21,000 customers without power, but that wasn't advanced shutoff. That was just from damage. Okay, here are your top stories. This morning, PG&E is telling more than 600,000 customers to get ready to lose power today. Could be any time. A lot of these people still don't have power from the last shutoff over the weekend. Take a look at the outage map. All of the magenta circles represent areas that have lost power because of weather. More than 1 million people were in the dark on Monday. Some have power again, but they're already preparing for another shutoff. Today's outage will be the 4th time PG&E has cut the power in 1 month's time. We can send you a link to that outage map. Just text the word power to 916-321-3310. We will text you back a link.